Hi, Sergey. My first question is, what's the new thing about Kaspersky product?
Okay. First of all, this year we presented a new thing which is haven't been presented previously as a product and only as a technology which was evolving, and now we get to the point when we create a certain commercial product based on this technology. That's the Kaspersky operating system and some services which on top of the operating system was right now they're incorporated on the different things. So that's IoT gateway. That's the first thing we've created. Now we working with, let's say, internal product teams to make it available for broader hardware manufacturers, and we hope that it will be a solution ready to the end of this year. So some cases, as I said, already available, but it's not the broader case in respect of hardware. And since the hardware is sometimes a really keen topic for the buyers, so we need to create the pack which will be available for everyone. This one is not done yet. We're working on it. At the end of this year, we hope this will be ready. So that's the new thing in the Kaspersky operating system as a product. And we have a bunch of our features which is available in our current portfolio, and let's say a traditional one. That's different fraud prevention things, DDoS prevention things, and one of the interesting technologies which have been presented last year also, but this year much more improved. That's the hybrid cloud security, which allows you to protect your environment if you put it in the public cloud like Amazon, Azure, something like that.
Could you give us some information about 2019 threats? What's your advice for users?
Well, for users, first of all, make yourself educated. If you're not aware about what's happening in the cyberspace, it's not necessary to read all the news, but make your, let's say, sanitizing rules in the cybersecurity, in the cyber world. Make the secure habits. For example, you already probably know, do not open the links from unknown people from the emails, or have the antivirus installed on your machine if you're doing this. The same things in respect of the other thing, like if you connected to somewhere to the Wi-Fi, you need to be sure that this Wi-Fi is secure. If it's not, if it's cafe Wi-Fi, you cannot say this is a secure thing. So you need to have some tools on your device which will help you to make sure that your data will not be leaked and your device will not be diseased. So these type of things, that's important for everyone on the planet, because despite what organization you're working with, is it a secure facility or just a, I don't know, kindergarten, you need to be aware that with your devices, you bring in something in and you're taking something out. And this information flows in both directions. So you can as bring the malware inside as took the sensitive data outside. So to prevent these things happening, we have a bunch of technologies and the product ready and the services to help the people to understand what is happening and how to prevent the things is not desired.
When we're using 5G, what will be changed on cyber attacks and security?
First of all, 5G, that's an interesting point. The 5G, what does it bring to us, to the world? It brings the connectivity and fast pace. So it's like enormously fast, almost real time or real time. It means it could be implemented everywhere, for example, in the machines, in the heavy machines, or in the cars, when you can remotely control the car without being there, because maybe it's like a, I don't know, some toxic environment where the human beings are not allowed to be. So these type of things bring in benefits, at the same time bring in the security issues, because if somebody will overtake in the control of this type of devices, and whatever device it will be, it might be chemical reactor, it might be car, it might be sensor, which will launch the subsequent reaction of the other sensors, and something will be heated up or the cool down. So the fastest connectivity we have, the fastest reaction need to be. And in this case, we cannot afford, as a humanity, I think, we cannot afford to solve the problems when they already exist. We need to prevent the problems. And that's the major which we trying to do today. So we want to be a security by design, and we want to make the security by design with the hardware manufacturers to do not, to make happen any case, or if the case happens, it's so rare. It's so unpredictable. So that type of things, of course, could not be solved. But the majority of the problem could be solved if you pay attention by default, by beginning, from the beginning. Yeah, kind of that.
What's your security expectations in the near future?
I think and I hope that everybody will pay attention to the security, because today, if you don't have a security enough, you don't have safety. Back to all the cases I've just pronounced. I've told about the safety features mostly, but they becomes related to the security features. In the car, in the house, in everywhere. So it means if, for example, if your bank account hacked, you just lose the money. But what will happen if your home hacked? If your control panel of your home hacked? You could be heated up, cooled down, you could be robbed, you could be killed, whatever could be happening with the smart homes, smart city, even bigger problems, because what we have a bunch of different technologies connected together, allowing to shut down entire city and influence somehow on the people. So it brings to enormous scenarios which I don't like to pronounce even in the out loud, to not make the people think that they exist. They not exist yet in a big scale. They're not used. But they're there. The vectors of attacks are there, and the protection is not there yet. So, and that's what frightens us, and that we see in this direction. We think that security should be in place everywhere where it's possible, probably not with all edge devices, but with all the devices which translated data and translating commands from the edge devices to the controls and back and forth. The majority of all the security should be somehow controlled and implemented by the biggest OEM manufacturers or hardware manufacturers right from the beginning. They already paying attention to this, but maybe not so, let's say, hard as I thought it will be. And I really desired. One of the places we've started the discussion with the bionic devices today, so we have a presentation about it. Why the people not thinking that, for example, cyborg in the future, and the cyborg everybody who have something which is not organic. Yes, some implant might not be safety reason. Your insulin pump, if you have a diabetes, your insulin pump could be hacked and could be reprogrammed, and you could be killed, and that's by simple mistake. It's not might be even an attack. It might be some problem with the software, with interference of connectivity with somewhere. If it could be hacked, that might be a problem. And if you are designing the device and selling it to the people, which might influence their health, you should pay attention to the security features as well as to the safety features. So that's, I think, the people should think about in the future, each of us, and especially in the enterprise or the manufacturer's scale.
Thank you for the information.
Thank you.